And you saw Adam Cole is going to be able to start practicing in ring again.
Just got cleared for in-ring training. Let's go. That's another Rosebud added to the list. Oh, like, I love Adam Cole. If there was a world where we could get him back to WWE, not gonna happen though. But he's so good.
Why do you think it won't happen? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just curious.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of a good answer for you.
Because the guy that booked him really well is now in charge. I think that changes things.
Oh, it definitely does. That's why it potentially. But my thinking is, I feel Tony Khan sees him as a main eventer, and he's with his buddies in the Undisputed Kingdom, or whatever you want to call it. It's a comfortable place for him.
Yeah.
However, you kind of talk me out of it, Sarah.
I think it's like it's like a similar situation, I would say, to MJF, but different just because Adam Cole was in NXT. Obviously, MJF hasn't been. But I do think that, I mean, for right now, it makes sense for Cole to stay in AEW because all his friends are there. His wife or fiance, whatever she is still there. So it's like, the travel schedule is not nearly as exhausting as it is in WWE. No. So like, I get it, right? And he's going to be continue to be featured as a main guy. And as much as you want to believe that that would happen in WWE, it's not a guarantee, even with Triple H. Like, we talk about how many good things Triple H has done since he took things over, but he's also messed some things up, I would say. So
he's messed up some.
Yeah, it's like, I would love to see Adam Cole back in WWE because we never got to see him on Raw or SmackDown. Like, he was such a big deal in NXT. He was such a big deal from the beginning because the signing of Adam Cole was like, holy what? Like, because he was like the biggest indie name. And so for WWE to have signed him to NXT was a big deal. Then they treated him like the big deal that he was. And then because you knew that if he were ever to be called up to the main roster, that Vince would not treat him the same way.
Exactly.
I didn't blame him for leaving, but it did feel like we got gypped. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean like I said, I supported what he did. I don't blame him for leaving, but it is one of those situations where you feel like, oh man, like if only we could see that one day, and
He's
like
so
that is hard to rule out completely. Only because, they say never. I mean, we can even talk about CM Punk. We never thought CM Punk would come back, and here he is. I mean, that's a very different situation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Adam does end up becoming like super loyal to AEW. I could see him being one of those that like doesn't ever go back, So I don't know. I wouldn't say it won't ever happen, but I feel like it would be one of those situations similarly to MJF. Like, if it didn't ever happen, it would always be a like, what if, for I think most wrestling fans, not just WWE fans. I think wrestling.
No, that's a wrestling fan. That's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
What if? And
well, just because there are some AEW tribalists that were like, I wouldn't care. Yeah, you would, because you would love to see Adam Cole featured on a WrestleMania. Stop. Like,
oh my god, I need to see that.
It's like you don't have to be a WWE fan to recognize how humongous WrestleMania is. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's bigger than the Super Bowl, Sarah.
It's bigger than everything. Like, that is the epitome of every childhood dream to become a wrestler. They all want to go to WrestleMania, no matter if you ever go to WWE or not. That is always the dream. So like, to act like you wouldn't want to see Adam Cole at a WrestleMania is just whatever. But
main event night 3 of a buy one get one half off.
Can you imagine?
I do love that line though.
Yeah.